Hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing well. It is Wednesday night. Let's go. Awesome, awesome. I'm all over the place as always. Good grief. There we go. Awesome. Perfect. Yay. Hello, Alibaba. Hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope everything is well. My voice it's kind of touch and go. Awesome. I want to take pictures of a spring of a fur machine and forgot. Oh, awesome. I'll have to just after this. Oh, I'm a fur fan. Oh, whoops, wrong button. Awesome, awesome. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the Godless Sewing Channel. It is Wednesday night. I still kind of have my Batman going. I got my voice back, kind of. I have a few projects that I'm going to be starting, but it's been one a heck of a day. And we had a planned power outage. So it took a minute to turn everything on here in the house of sewing. And I think we're going to have a few planned power outages here in Southern California. So there's going to be quite a few. Awesome. Oh, I hate it when brochures are in German and I don't speak. Well, any brochures in a language that I don't speak. Oh, it's a strange tension thread. Awesome. Awesome. My computer only crashed 10 or so times today. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. And I think that's what's happening. Like this computer crashed. Everything when I turned it back on is just a mess. It's an utter and complete mess. But I got everything going here in the house of sewing and let's make something. you know, I've to anyone watching this in the future, I want to absolutely thank you. This stream is dedicated to Mark Short and anyone who is suffering from cancer. A while ago, a friend of mine said he was suffering from stage 4 cancer, and we haven't heard anything from him since. So, Mark, this one's for you. Oh. I'm having all kinds of weird, wonky computer problems today. There's all kinds of things going on, but that's okay. We have coffee and thread, and so I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna line my cape with. I I think I'm gonna continue working on my cape because I have two that I'm making right now. So it's kind of weird, you know. And I get really overambitious because I'll start a project, then I'll start another one, and then I'll start another project, and I'm like, I have 5 things going on at once. So I'm attempting to consolidate everything that I've been making lately and make some sense of it because I still haven't finished my Roman cape, truth be told. And there's all kinds of things that I want to do on my other cape. So I'm going to start working on that. I haven't decided if I'm going to start with a hood because I need to I'm going to grab the mannequin in a minute because I need to pin the cape in place where it could hang where I can work on it. But I added a ton of room here in the house of sewing. I moved a ton of stuff. Hey Pam, hello, hello. Great to see you. Great to see you. I'm glad that you're here. I hope you feel better. I haven't been feeling too good myself. I had kind of a weird day. So I hope everything is going well. Tons of craziness. We had a planned power outage and it was just insanity here. But we're back online. It's amazing how dependent as human beings we are on electricity and we don't realize it until we lose it. All right. So I was thinking about adding a hood on my purple sequins cape because I really like the way it looks and I like how it's coming out. I was going to switch my camera angle. Hey, Kilroy. Hello, hello. Awesome. Awesome. Yay. I did a little, I guess you'd call it winter cleaning in here. How's it going, Gilroy? I added a little room here in the House of Sewing. I moved a few things into the middle bedroom, aka the closet, and I brought my chair back. It's covered with the flag right now, but I have tons of room again. Because for as much as I gripe about all the sewing machines I do have space. It's just a matter of making this space. So I've done a ton of cleaning in here and I'm actually kind of proud of myself because I have a ton of room in here now. And I can look behind the curtain. I forgot of all the sewing machines I have back here, but I'll get into those later. It's still kind of early. I forgot that I had there's another touch and sew in there. Awesome. Awesome. Hey, trees, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Awesome. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome. I'm just kind of still getting set up. It's been a crazy day. Yay. You'd figure by now I would get these camera settings down, and let me tell you, I sure have not. All right. Awesome. Awesome. I hope everyone's doing well. It's just another crazy day here in the House of Sewing. I'm going to grab my let's have a talk. I think I've lots of people have things to say about the eagle. A lot of people are like, "Oh my gosh, the eagle's scary." I think it's because we have a need to anthropomorphize everything. It's a hollow head. That's all I'm saying. Just finished streaming the Grassman Chronicles with Dave. I saw that. Awesome. Awesomeness. Everyone go check out Trees. I was actually watching that earlier before I hopped on. Awesome. Yay, Alibaba. I was wondering if you were still here. Alibaba's been having a lot of problems lately with their computer. So I'm glad that you're here, Ollie. It's been a while. All right, I'm going to grab my table. It feels weird because I have all this space again. I can bring my 6-foot table back into this room, and that's basically what the goal was. Because for all the fun, I have in here, this is a sewing room, and I need space to be able to navigate through here. And I know I've had a ton of people tell me not to, but I'm thinking about getting rid of my Golden Girl chair and getting another office chair. Hey, Sydney, how's it going? Great to see you. I hope everything is well. Awesome. Yay, everyone's piling in. It's been kind of a crazy day, so we'll start with the holidays first. I usually try to grab the fun ones, the ones that are like that catch my attention. Today is National Chucky Doll Day. So if anyone's seen the movie, I remember the original movie, but I always thought I just think these days are so weird. Today's International Artist Day. And I know I am anti lung health, but today is Lung Health Day. Awesome. Everybody's piling in. I have quite a few projects that I'm trying to start, but I really don't even know where to begin. So I'm going to start finishing the projects that I have now. Awesome. If anyone wants to join, just let me know. I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. I think I should stop fronting and put my real glasses on and take these off. All right. So today We had a planned power outage because people are juicing the system right now. In Southern California, it's basically been summer, so people have their heaters on. I'm sorry, they have their air conditioners on, and we've been juicing the system. And because of that, we're having planned power outage days. And so my ingenious plan was to stay up all night and sleep throughout the entire power outage. And it kind of worked. Because when I fell asleep, the power went out, and when I woke up, the power was on and had been on for a while. So my semi-evil plan of sleeping through the great power outage of 2023 kind of worked. But then I got another letter in the mail today saying that they're going to do another one on November 1st. But it makes me laugh that our infrastructure can no longer take the amount of people that live here. All right. Yay. Oh. Hello, Sydney. Yay. Yay. Hello. Hello. Awesome. Just buy one of those generator trailers they use on construction sites. I have one, but those things, they're a burden amongst themselves too. But that's not a bad idea. They're loud. Those things are extremely loud. So it was just it's kind of crazy because I think people my son was totally freaking out, and I had to tell him, like, people lived before the internet, like, we existed before the internet. Excuse me. But if so, why I'm saying this, if my power all of a sudden kicks out, it's because they're doing all kinds of experiments around here. I have natural gas and a portable gas generator. I have many generators. My plan worked though, because I slept through the entire thing and kind of didn't even notice that the power was out. And as usual, we'll file this under Godless Sewing Will Never Learn. I ordered from Amazon some sewing supplies and they did not show up. 14 kV and AA portable. I have a Honda EU, and then I have like 4 or 5 Hillbilly built generators. Had to go to the library if you wanted to find something out, and if they didn't know, you didn't. That's so true. That is so true. Nowadays, every time you say something, someone's Googling. So, all right. So, first things first is I'm going to shape this hood. But now that I'm sitting here, I have to decide what I'm going to line the hood with, because this is extremely thin material. Or maybe I should keep the hood kind of sheer. I don't know. I don't know if I like that look or not. Let me move this. Perfect. It's weird having all this space again in here. Why make the hood out of the sheer? Well, I want to keep everything uniform, and this is the same material that I made the cloak out of in the first place. And so, wow, there's so much room in here. I can actually maneuver my microphone for once. Cool. And so one of the reasons is I'm trying to keep my cloak the same color as my hood, but I say this every time. I'm trying not to make too big of a hood, but every time I end up making a giant oversized hood. Do you know? Oh. Every time we talk about rainbow sherbet, I start getting hungry. I guess we've already entered the food portion. Hey Joy, hello, hello, how are you? Great to see you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yay. All right. So the in general, the my hoods are generally the same size. This is more of an open cloak. So you know what? Let me go grab it real quick. All right. Somewhere in this room, there are safety pins. Yay. Good to see you, Joy. Good to see you. And I'm trying to remember with all my rearranging, I was like, where did all my safety pins go? Let's see, what side is the top of this? Hey, Dixie Toodles, great to see you. Welcome, welcome. Awesome. Yay. Hello, hello. I'm trying to find the top of my cape. There it is. So I want to say thank you to everybody who was concerned about my voice. It's slowly coming back, and I lose my voice often because, I talk a lot. top top drawer for the pins. You know what's funny? That's not too far off. It probably is on the top drawer. But which top drawer is the question? Yay, hello, hello. Awesome. Awesome. That's the problem of being like I'm weirdly organized and disorganized. Oh. Okay, Alibaba, you were right. That never happens. It was in the first place I looked. We're going to start a segment of Alibaba was right. Hey, Commander, yay! Have you shut off the LA Dracula cape? Yeah. Yes, I have. I have. Well, we can't let Vampire and Brooklyn stand alone, Brooding in Los Angeles? Will that be the name of my movie? Awesome. Yay. Hello, hello. All right. So, this is the problem with starting another project. I need to move my beautiful fuzzy coat that I made. Oh. All right. So the temperature is going down, but it's not quite it's still kind of 70 degrees every day. And I know no one feels sorry for the guy who lives in paradise, but it's not warm coat weather yet. I love seeing my friends enjoy your channel as much as I do. Thank you so much, Pam. Thank you so much. I love this coat. I think it's the joy I get from the fuzzy material. It just makes me laugh. Like, this is the third coat that I've made. You know what? I got to put this on. Even though I'm going to be sweating in a minute or two, I love this coat. And I always say this, if you're having a bad day, something's going on, put something goofy on, and it'll make you feel better. Awesome. Awesome. It went summer here today. No coat needed. Oh man, Alibaba. We have not had a day under 80. I think today was the first day under 80 in a long time. It's more of the thing of around here we have certain seasons, and I know Kilroy is screaming in the comments that Los Angeles does not have seasons, but we have certain times of year where the temperature goes below the norm. Okay, so here's the serious part. I'm gonna even this out, and I'm just gonna pin it because when I put the hood on, that's kind of make a decision for this of where it's gonna finally lay. But as long as I have these two pieces even, it's perfect for a cape because you can go back and negotiate the size later after you build the. And I thought I already had a pin out, so this is perfect. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. I'm waiting for it to get cold so I can start wearing it around town. But it's still kind of weirdly summer here. Oh, that's perfect. I made the cape extra dramatic where it's kind of dragging in the back. I know there's much talk about having a train on your clothes, but I just like that look. And I'm not going to be wearing this I'm not going to be wearing this cape anywhere except for the gym or in here. So it won't get too filthy. All right, perfect. So now that we have the size for that, you know, I look like I do not measure, but I measure everything just to make sure. I live by the rule of measure twice and cut once. I usually make everything around the same size, but it's better to be safe than sorry. All right. Maybe I should turn this around. I just noticed the fellow in the back. Oh, that's I know you have been into Boney M lately, but that his brother and Boney M in the background. That is a giant. This is a giant Master Chief statue that was the mascot of my father's shop, and when I took over, the first executive order was to put that thing in my car, and I took it home. I love Master Chief. He's really rare. This comes from I can't remember. There was a video game store in the mall back in the day that had these in every single store. These were never sold in stores, and I forgot I had the thing because it was so buried behind sewing machines. And I have this weird rule of if you can't fight it, feature it. So I figured I would just put it right there. And it's a great place to put my cowboy hat on. No, right behind you. Oh. Oh. This room is filled with isn't that from a computer game for the military looking one? Oh, now you got me totally Oh, yes, that is from Halo. Master Chief is from Halo. Let me plug this in. Oh, it is getting hot in this coat. All right. So I'm gonna start cutting my cape. I just have to figure out the size of this thing. Because I do not use a pattern when I cut my hood, it seems extremely arbitrary, but there is a method to my madness. First thing I do is I make sure, like all hoods, that the front is extremely flat. Okay, so I have that piece. Now I just have to measure out the neck piece because that is the most important. So half will go 15 because it was 28, but I like to give myself some space. So we'll go 15. Perfect. Perfect. Now comes the crazy part. Okay. So you notice how I completely curved. That's what gives my hood that peasant look. That's what gives it that the saggy 16th, 15th century look. It's kind of something that I've fallen into, and it's just now it's something I do with almost every hood. Oh my. So the skeleton has I made this from pleather. This is all this is my attempt at a plague doctor mask. It's just I have a giant head. Oh, this thing is cool. I know this is nightmare fuel for some people, but I love this thing. Usually I have a hat on over this, but I'm like I'm the colorful the plague doctor. Oh man. Oh man, that thing does not breathe well. It does, but it doesn't. Pleather is not necessarily, it looks really cool, but pleather, is that pleather or vinyl? I can't even tell. Pleather is not a good thing to make your plague mask out of. Oh, you know it's really funny? Good plague mask, I think. I have man, spatial perception. Like being on the internet does not give justice to how big my head is. So I act accordingly and I have to make things huge. Oh, good times. Good times. Bring out the game. Do you know what? I made this towards the end of the pandemic. Um, I made this just from watching people. This was my attempt. I'm still impressed at the eyepieces though. Those are from an old pair of glasses. So I still love this thing. Pleather would be hot. It gets so hot under this thing. And it's different during when it's cooler weather, but it's still extremely hot here. It's the strangest thing. Ring around the rosies, pocket full of posies. The plague doctor's mask originally intended to be filled with flowers and nice smelling things. Stuffed with bacon. I wouldn't turn that mask down. I would not. I would not. I knew that my plague mask is distracting. It is an extremely distracting thing. Awesome. Awesome. Do you know the fur? Like, if I just did this, the fur really flies on these things. Oh, or snacks now. Well, snacks like horses. Oh, that's funny, Ollie. That's funny. Absolutely. Okay. So, for sake of the chat, I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can see everything. I'm gonna take off. Whoa. All right. If you heard that clank, I keep empty champagne bottles around for gardening. I love the cherry color of that coat. I love that coat, even though it completely changes the color of anything because all I wear is black. This thing sheds. It absolutely sheds. All right, so let's get back to making the hood. Now they have the distraction of the plague doctor. Man, I really do not know what I'm going to be for Halloween this year. I should just wear everything. Oh, where's my ruler? There it is. Perfect. Okay. So I have a question for the chat. This is extremely sheer. So should I line it or should I not? Or should I just keep it like this? I don't know. I kind of like it like this. I'm in this weird sewing midlife crisis of where I line everything. And recently, Joy pointed it out to me, and I asked myself, why do I line everything? This is actually a really cool material, and it is kind of I make extremely heavy things, and this cape is a little bit lighter than normal. I don't know. Should I line it or should I not? Do what you like. Like Cher has a lot of costume changes in one show for Halloween. I like that, Dixie Doodle. I like that. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. Because I'm liking the little red purple hood look right now. And for some strange reason, I do line everything. And something like this wouldn't necessarily need to be. You know what? I'm gonna sew it and see what it looks like. If not, I'll just make another one. Try without, and if it doesn't work, then redo it. Joy and I were thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time. Do you know? Do you know what's so funny? I am so glad that I invested in a decent vacuum because I've owned some pretty crummy vacuums in my day. And between the fluff in this room and the sequins, you would never know the messes I make. Awesome. Awesome. And of course, I forgot my pin cushion. Perfect. And yes, I have Boney M stuck in my head, Alibaba. Well, it is cut to shape. You can just make it as is. If it doesn't work, it can be easy to use a seam ripper. You're right. You're right. I agree. Let's do something different since I do line everything. It's more of an integrity thing with me because sometimes I think things are too thin, but that's just more of my overcompensation than anything else. All right. Lately, I've really been overpinning everything and it's been working. So I'm just going to throw a few pins in this. I'm going to throw a few pins in this, make sure it's even. Perfect. Perfect. Do you know what's so funny? With all of my going downtown, I had to laugh that I found that furry fabric at Hobby Lobby of all places on earth, and they had it for a decent price because, like I said last week, even Joann's wanted $50 for. I'm pointing to a coat that's not there. Wanted $50 for the orange sherbet pattern, and I literally went across the street and they wanted, I think it was like 10 or 11 for it. For the same material. And downtown, they wanted $53 a yard. My son keeps on telling me it's because making fursuits is big business, but that fur is so expensive. I rarely use pins while working. Clips, basting stitch? Nope. Even if I'm pushing on a collar. Wow. Again, like sometimes I pin, sometimes I don't. It really depends on what the material is. I really didn't start over pinning up until recently. Okay. All right. So let's set up the sewing machine and we'll add the hood. Awesome. This is going to look great. I can't even say that without laughing. If there was ever a way I could pin a comment and put it on my page, it would be this one. Oh, Gilroy, that's hilarious. I am like, I'm back and forth with pinning in general. Alibaba and I are on the same boat. We're the pin sissies. Hey, like pin pals. That could be a bowling t-shirt. You never know. You never know. Oh, do you know what's really funny? With all my cleaning, I discovered vests I had forgotten about. Do you know I'm a vestaholic? I am. I'm a vestaholic. I have so many vests. I have upcycled, like, I don't even want to start counting. Because the other day, when someone asked me how many sewing machines I had, I did a real inventory and I stopped counting at a certain number just in this room. Perfect. All right. Just shows that the fabric through the machine like a real. Just shove the fabric through the machine like a real American. Pin pals, I loved that, Joy. I loved that era of The Simpsons. Again, Kilroy, you are batting 1,000. Yay. Kilroy, I am Canadian. I am off the hook then. Joy and Alibaba are Canadian, and so they're both. Oh, that means you guys will live longer than us, though, because you have health care. You're American when you're in this. Oh, I feel like Kilroy's drafting people in the chat. I was having this conversation just the other day. Oh. Instead of Uncle Sam, Kilroy wants you. Awesome. Yay for Canada. Awesome. Absolutely. The Godless Sewing channel is Canada positive. If that's how the cool kids are saying it nowadays. All right. Let me line this up. Oh, you know, one day I will figure out what camera that is. Beautiful. All right. Let me move my chair a little bit. It is amazing how sequins, fluff, all that stuff just gets everywhere. This is why now I know why a lot of people don't have carpet in their sewing studio. All right. Yay. Now I have the Hulk Hogan song stuck in my Thank you for sharing because now I do as well. Do you know what's really funny? Hulk Hogan's his one of his original songs, like he used to come out to Eye of the Tiger. And this program is for entertainment purposes only, and this content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Godless Sewing and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on planet Earth. I'd like to thank everybody for flying Godless Sewing Airlines, and the dinner cart is open early this evening. Back to the regular scheduled program. Oh, now I just have Blame Canada from South Park stuck in my head. And for anyone wondering, I've been all the way from Vancouver to Saskatoon, which is the equivalent, I think, of driving from Seattle to Detroit, I believe. All right. So I definitely have to reinforce this one as I just hit the thread on that. Okay. Oh, wow. How did that get tangled? There we go. There we go. Okay. I don't like carpet. See, I always wondered about that. I always wondered about that because, like, I inherited this giant shag carpet in here, and it just made me feel like Jack Tripper from Three's Company. But first off, carpets are expensive. Carpets are so expensive. I was shocked when I went shopping for carpets, and I was like, "What?" But also, it's a pin hazard. Me either. Thread sticks to it. Exactly. Do you know once every 2 weeks I have to get in there with an X-Acto knife and cut all the thread in my vacuum, old school style. There's no equal to driving across the boring Canadian prairies. They're beautiful. Canada is beautiful. Carpet is yucky. It's chock full of chemicals too. The stuff they put underneath it are bad in carpets. They are. You can fall asleep at the wheel and wake up and still going straight. Yes, it is. Canada is very much like that. Rayon. I have to cut the threads, the wheels of the office chair. I was thinking about that too. Maybe that has led to why no office chair can survive in this room. All right, let's take the pins out, sew it again, and I had a pin cushion. All right. I've always wondered about that. Thank you for answering my question. I've always wondered why more people don't have carpet in their sewing rooms, but I know why. Because I watch like most people, I watch like people that have just unreal sewing rooms, like these sewing studios, and they'll pay all of this money and the floor's bare. And I'm like, wait a minute, you don't even have like one of those weird like off office carpets, one of those like no carpet carpets. But it makes sense. All right. So I'm gonna flip this around and sew it one more time. Let's make sure that's cut. Then let's add the hood to this and see what it looks like. Perfect. Oh, hold on one second. I definitely don't miss having to cut the threads from a vacuum. I it happened to me yesterday, Pam. It happened to me yesterday where I was like I could hear because I have a Dyson. That's why I said like of all the things that I've purchased, I'm glad I spent money on a real vacuum, but it was not moving yesterday and I looked and it was like multicolored of all every project I've done. But now I just have to shop, vac, broom, and dustpan. Do you know what's funny? My entire house is tile except for my living room. Maybe and the funny thing is like when that's why when I cut my coats and things, I do everything in my kitchen because my kitchen is completely tile. Everything is tile, so it could all be wiped down. One time when I was at work sewing, I left the bobbin thread dangling and I noticed the thread wrapped around the motor wheel many times. It was a bugger to remove. Absolutely. You know, I don't even when I'm having a bad day and that happens on the on the bob that happens a lot with me on the bobbin. That happens a lot. Especially when I'm not paying attention. Oh, that's perfect. All right. Beautiful. Industrial machines stopped working. That's why. Holy cow. Yeah, that's a big problem. I had to remove a Singer 27 hand wheel from thread doing that joy. Fun, right? Yikes. Absolutely yikes. Oh, that's perfect. All right. So the hood feels great. I keep on hitting the wrong camera. Beautiful. Let's see what this thing is that the front or the back? He doesn't know. He says to himself. I have it upside down, literally. Oh, that's kind of look like Rick James right there. That totally has the purple hair look. I couldn't even see the thread until I removed the wheel. That's the worst. That's actually happened to me. Do you know what's really funny? I find sewing machines in the thrift store like that, where there's something that happened and people were like, "Oh no, I am not dealing with this." I find that all the time at the thrift store. That's why I always tell people it's like simple maintenance, but sometimes, there's things that I have found that were insurmountable where I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to do this today. Oh, all right. Okay. So now that I got all of that out of the way, oh, I can finally attach the hood. Let me grab my phone and my pins. Awesome. Donated to the thrift shop. Let the nutball with the vest handle it is their literal policy. That is their literal policy. Do you know what? So you're actually right, Gilroy, because um When people at the thrift store ask me for my phone number, I know they're not hitting on me. I know they're asking me that because I get sewing machines going, as in I take them out of the store. So I literally am that. You know what's so sad? Of all the labels I thought I would have in LA County, I didn't think sewing machine guy would be one of them. But what did I do with the head? Oh yeah, it's over here. I get calls all the time like, "Oh, I have a sewing machine here. I have a sewing machine here." I guess it's better to have the reputation as the sewing machine guy than anything else. But it's really cool now. When I go to all my thrift shops, like I walk in and they're like, "Oh, we've got a new one," or they'll tell me right off the bat, like, "We do not have any sewing machines today." Because there's some stores that it's the only reason I walk in there. Okay, perfect. All right. I'm sure I've got a machine like that. I actually like it. Like I love my reputation. Actually, it cuts a lot of the guessing work out of it because people come looking for me because they know I'm going to buy a sewing machine if it's within a decent price. Should I bring it all the way down? Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Okay, perfect. Hood placement is actually important because I'm going to be sewing through all this material, but I have my trusty leather needle in, so it'll punch through almost anything. And I've seen crazy people demonstrate it by punching through wood and like all kinds of stuff. I may never make that video, but I like watching them. All right. There was an old sewing machine Kenmore in a cabinet in my thrift store today. Left it there. You know, I also look at the condition. Like, I do not buy just every sewing machine. I try to look at the condition, but I buy almost every sewing machine I see. All right. Okay, should I move that a little bit more forward? I think I have room. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Like I said, setting the hood is actually kind of important because I need to know the placement of this and to see if my cut was correct, which it was. All right, perfect. All right. Do you know I stayed up all night last night and I thought I would be so productive, but I ended up just binge watching Lower Decks and doing laundry. And I still had a good old time doing it. I only have so much space in the craft room. No no room for another machine. You know what? It's so funny. When I cleared this space yesterday, I told myself, William, do not buy another machine. Because I have all this space here, but I created this space so I could do more sewing and it's better for the camera too. So I have way more space. But if I buy another table, please do not judge me. All right. I forgot how much room I actually do have in here. Perfect. Okay. I'm really liking the I really like the way this purple looks. The camera, I always say it, the camera doesn't do it justice, but this is really shiny. It's smaller sequins, so they're not as prominent as my other cape. My other cape has large and small sequins on it. This one is only smaller sequins. All right. And you know what's really funny? This material is easier to work with than the other material that was the larger sequins, because if you hit one of the larger sequins, it shattered and went everywhere. And I learned I had to use a certain type of needle, which was my you can actually see, well, actually you probably can, but there's sequins everywhere in here. But I had to actually use more of a hard needle just to make sure this time. And it's working out perfectly. Everything's coming out perfect. And that's a beautiful thing about working with materials that you haven't before. Everything you do is a lesson. Everything you do is you're learning something along the way. Oh, right. All right. So I'm in this really weird button phase when it comes to my cloaks. But is there any other suggestions that I should do that you guys have in order to close a cape? Should I like sew a button clasp? Should I because there's all kinds of options when it comes to buttons. But ever since I bought that giant jar of buttons, I have quite a few purple buttons laying around. Okay, let's get this up there. Oh, that's beautiful. The Viking wood dowel and hoop. Ooh, I like that. I like that look. That's not a bad idea, Alibaba. That's not a bad idea at all. Okay. All right, good. I got quiet because I had to line that one up. Because it's sheer on top of something that's lined, I really have to pay attention to where the lines are going on this one. And I'm going to use a larger stitch on this. Let's see what happens. Hold on, let me make sure there's nothing underneath. I've made that mistake too many times lately because I'm talking and sewing at the same time. Excuse me? Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, let's throw this giant hood on that side. Make sure there's nothing underneath. We're not sewing two pieces together. It wouldn't be abnormal, but it's not okay. It happens all the time. That's what happens when you're yakking and sewing. So I'm constantly stopping to check to make sure that I'm not overlapping. in the wrong places. Okay, I'm going to rotate this because the cape is going to end here. Perfect. Beautiful. Awesome. Awesome. The look is great for capes. It is. It absolutely is. Pretty sparkly fabric. I love it. Hey, Happy Maker. I absolutely love this material. Hello, hello. Also, when you're from the comfort of your own house, what kind of collar are you thinking for that cape? I don't know. I was thinking about going full Doctor Strange. Yay! How's it going, Happy Maker? Hello, hello. Great to see you. Welcome. All right. Let me take the pins out of this. I'm like looking for my pin cushion that's on my wrist. I'm such a creature of habit. It is hilarious. Yikes. Awesome. I might add a button temporarily just to secure it, because I'm one of those people that like I instantly want to wear this. Oh, I think I have a sequin on my lip. Man, those sequins get everywhere. Yay. Hello, hello. Awesome. So this weekend, I'm thinking about going back downtown and getting the red equivalent of my purple rose material because it was so affordable. It's like tempting me to go back and get more because they don't even sell anything like that in my hometown. So when I go to downtown, it's amazing the prices. And I'm still kind of shocked of the competitive price for the furry material. But I can understand if it's high demand, they're gonna charge more for it. Perfect. Perfect. This is really coming together. I'm securing my hood right now because, reinforce your seams is not just advice I give. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Yay. Hello, Carol. Yay. How's it going? Yay. All right. So what I'm going to do, switch my camera real quick. Whoops, wrong camera. Then I will move my pal next to me right there. Do you know, there's always this, I talk about this all the time. My mannequins are the greatest dress forms that I have ever had. They're great. They're great employees. They never complain. And I am the exact same size as that mannequin, so it's perfect to make clothes on. Securing the hood in gently, professionally, like a gynecologist. Yay, how's it going? Hello, hello, Happy Maker. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's see what not so little purple sewing hood looks like. Oh, I like the drama of the cape from the back though because it really, really drags. Oh, that's perfect. You know what? I'm really glad that I didn't line this because it still looks beautiful. Oh, right. And you know what the funny thing is I can see you through this cape. I mean through the hood. So it's perfect. I still haven't decided what I'm gonna clasp it in the front with. My lighting is not doing this justice, but the back is really dramatic. And I like how when I walk it has that evil emperor drag to it. I love how this looks. So what should I so Alibaba thinks I should go with the Viking clasp. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is literally what I love to do is sewing and making stuff like this and dress like a professional wrestler from the 1980s and 90s. The glitter flows when it. Thank you, Alibaba. Oh man, I'm trying not to get coffee in my on my hood. Are you going to trim it in gold or anything? Yeah, I was thinking about it because I'm going to show you the other one that I did. I trimmed that in gold and it came out perfect. But this is way more shiny than my flower material. Maybe that would look, but in black. I could probably make one. I could probably go in the backyard and make one of those. It would be even more dramatic if it dramatically fanned out. Well, it's the space in here. Once I get this thing in the gym and I get my skates on, you'll this thing will be flying. Awesome, awesome. And I'm in this weird half cloak thing too because I make these giant flowy cloaks, but I also want to see what I'm wearing underneath too. So I'm going for more of an overcoat look almost. All right. So I'm going to hang this one up for a second and I will show you the one and the one with the gold trim. It came out Roman. It looks like I look like a little red Roman hood is what I look like. As he knocks over everything on the table. This one has some. This one definitely has some weight to it. Where I have to find. It's so funny. I made the buttonhole on this thing and I cannot find it. There we go. This is dramatic. I love this thing, and with the gold trim on it, it's perfect. This is dramatic. This cape is dramatic, and I'm thinking about because I want to go downtown. So I have a question. Should I continue the gold? Wrong side. Should I continue the gold all the way down? You look like you're about to look into a crystal ball. So fun. Thank you so much, Dixie Doodle. Thank you so much. This is my Romans, I love this thing. And with the purple flowers, my lighting, I'm gonna work on my lighting this weekend. But like these are purple flowers. They're in Boston. Alibaba calls them 3D, but I love the look of this. And another reason why I made it like this is because when you're riding a horse or something, you do not want a full cape on you. And I literally made this as a riding cape. So I am definitely purple, not so little purple sewing hood. Gold trim the hood. I like that idea. Emperor sewing. I was watching I love watching Mary Beard documentaries on Caligula. So you can call me Bootykins. Oh, that's so funny. Could you imagine being my neighbor? I walk down the street with this stuff on, and my neighbors don't even flinch anymore. They're just like, oh gosh, here comes that dramatic guy who thinks he's a Roman senator. But this thing is awesome. Let me do the spin. I just noticed a mistake, but my first thought was, I can fix that. I can definitely fix that. Oh, let me move all of this. It's just a bunch of cords in this room. Awesome. Oh. Awesome. I still have to work on this. Like I need to trim the hood a little bit more, but I can fix that. Whatever fell. Gold trim for the hood. I like that one. I like that one. I like Dr. Mary Bird. She's really in depth. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can make a sheer veil. I like that too. I like that. I love how the color pops on this though. I love the drama of the purple flowers. That's not a bad idea. I made a hat with a veil, just kind of joking around one night. It's still floating around. It's still floating around somewhere in my sewing closet. Oh man, this is so hot. You know what? I need to move somewhere where it's cold so I can wear my creations year round. Because when I lived up north, I was cold the entire time I lived there. All right, so hold on. I have to do my evil emperor thing. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, hold on. There we go. Do it. Is that what the evil emperor said? That's what the evil emperor said, right? Sheer purple ninja. Oh, I don't know what, man. It is summer here in Southern California. I have my oh, I have my fan on, and we're gonna be handing out candy to trick or treaters in a week. It is still hot here. Oof. But this gold trim is what I'm talking about. I love this stuff. This stuff is amazing. And I get this from that patch shop. They have miles of it. And I recently found this same thing on Amazon, but it's cheaper at the patch shop than Amazon. Because I definitely shop around. And if I can find something cheaper, I'm loyal, but not that loyal. You know what? I should take this coat off because I'm going to wear it. This this is one of the reasons I'm waiting for winters, because I have all these awesome coats I've made. All right, so I'm gonna put this one back on the mannequin. Perfect. So, what should I make next? What should be the next great sewing inspiration? I love this coat. I love this coat. I cannot wait till some semblance of winter comes back. All right. So, should I line my sequins cape like I did with my Roman senator cape? Is my question. You look like you're on Johnny Carson with that guy. I wish I was on Carson. I wish. I'm just of that age where I used to stay up late and watch Carson. I'm just of that age. Did you want to don't you want to make overalls? You know what I do, but I need to go back to the drawing board because my bib was so huge last time. I was mad at myself. I need to go back and fix the overalls that I made. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is something that I made from Mimi G pattern R11407. And I was so excited when I made this. I didn't put buttons on it or anything. I'm thinking about putting a zipper on this because I'm going to wear this. And I'm planning a trip to Vegas or something. And I know it sounds crazy, but Vegas is cooler. Nevada is cooler than California this time of year because they get an actual winter. And so it gets freezing at night in Nevada. Remember the outfits Doc Stevenson's wore? Absolutely. Do you know what inspired this? Was watching a show called Desmond. It's an old show. It's from the UK. I would watch a show about people who would walk into a barbershop, and every time they'd walk into a barbershop, they'd have these really awesome coats on. He just needs to get the Mimi G and Norris overall pattern by Simplicity. I think I have it. I think I have it. Is this the one you're talking about, Pam? I try not to critique patterns too much. I just don't like the bottom of the pants. But I want to make the jumpsuit and the overalls. But I like the old school jumpsuit as well, though. You know, I'm all about that 1970s style. Honestly, I just need to cut this out. I need to cut the pattern out. I'm a pattern hoarder, Pam. Do you know why? Because for men, there's not that much of a selection. So when I see a pattern with a man on it, I buy it. I buy it because eventually one day I'm going to make something in that realm. That's one of the reasons why I hoard patterns. I was thinking about I want to make another tunic. So I want to make I was thinking about making another tunic because I just have fallen in love with the look. I find most patterns in Cutter's books. I need to do you know what's so funny you would say that? Oh, excuse me. I kind of have a bone to pick with Walmart and all these other places. You guys are not selling any sewing books. If you like crocheting and you live in my town, oh my gosh, I live in the place for you. But if you're into sewing, I literally have to go over the hill to find sewing books. Taylor's books, okay. That's good to know. I'm a pattern collector also, absolutely. That one night when we were streaming together and you showed me all your patterns, I was like, oh, you make me feel better. Because I have a ton of patterns. A ton of patterns. I'm an anything sewing collector. I am too. That's my. Do you know what's so funny, Joy? That's part of my problem. Of one of the reasons I have so much stuff because I'm like, does that look like it's sewing? Is that sewing stuff? Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. But I was also okay. So I want to make that tunic, but because I'm on this new thing of not lining everything, um, I'm thinking about making this shirt. I haven't decided yet. Today was kind of hectic because I was going to cut the pattern out from and make this, but today's been kind of hectic. But I was thinking about making this. Man, it takes almost 3 yards to make that tunic. That is crazy. But again, I definitely want to wear that. The 1970. Look at that. Look how cool those guys look. And that guy too. But look how cool those guys look. There was 3 bags of patterns, 5 patterns per bag for $1.99 at the thrift store. Didn't get any though. There's one store in particular that I go to where I go crazy when it comes to patterns. There's the only thrift store I've found in my area that has patterns because everything else is kind of hit or miss. All right. Okay. But I haven't decided which one I'm going to make yet. I get, like I said earlier, I get so stuck in my projects. I get over ambitious and haven't, I'll have like 4 or 5 projects going at once. Technically, this coat isn't even finished yet. Technically, like this coat is an unfinished project. Should I add a zipper? Let's do it. Should I add a zipper to my favorite coat? Let's see what zippers I have and let's take a look. Okay. So I have this 9-inch. I hold the back. I have this. It's 9-inch. Or should I go full 20-inch zipper on my coat? Pam agrees. Pam agrees. I do like the heavier zipper for my coat because it's definitely I'm gonna wear this all the time. You need a separating zipper. So if you ever wonder who is that guy that buys like all the zippers when they're on display, it's me. Well, it's not as long as I thought it was. Yeah, I'm going to add this on the coat. Awesome. Awesome. I like the color. I like the way it looks. Let's add that on. This coat was inspired by me watching the Janet Jackson All Right video too many times and wanting to wear a Cab Calloway inspired coat because Cab Calloway wore a lot of yellow. A lot of yellow. All right, the mannequin is ready to go. Let me switch my camera around. Beautiful. Perfect. Let me unplug that. Awesome. All right. I am so glad that I went and bought all those zippers because there's quite a few projects that need to be finished in this room. Well, I'm the one that buys the zippers at the thrift store when I see them. I'm really starting to believe that people do not craft that much in my area. Because when I go around the Los Angeles area, I find sewing supplies everywhere except for in my local Goodwill or thrift shop, charity shop, or anything in between. All right. Perfect. I think this is a good conclusion to this coat because I've had this coat for so long. And well, not so long, but I made it in the beginning of summer and it feels like I've had it forever, but it's just something I want to wear. So this is definitely something I've been dying to do. And I'm glad that everybody in the chat talked me into doing it. Because these are the thing these are the little details that I forget sometimes because I get so excited when I have an almost finished project that I'll wear it without a zipper or anything. Oh, perfect. All right. Let me put my phone right there. Like I always say, I thank you guys for showing up on my live stream because this is what I would be doing on a Wednesday night or a Monday night or a Saturday night, just sewing and enjoying myself. Awesome. Perfect. And you know what's so funny? Like a month or two ago, I was scared of zippers. And it's not necessarily even being scared of zippers, it's just I really didn't work with them. And now I'm like, I don't know what took me so long. All right, let me back up off of this one. Perfect. That's out just a little bit. But this is a perfect, and it's black and it fits perfectly with this coat. This is definitely Pittsburgh Steeler colors because it's yellow and black and white. Or Pittsburgh Pirates, whatever you're into, or Penguins, because they're one of the last cities that coordinate all their sports teams like that. All right. Perfect. Now that I have that side in, I can make it even. Maybe eventually I'll go around to making another coat or I'll add a shorter zipper than it calls for. I like that. This was from the Mimi G pattern that I completely fell in love with. But I made quite a few variations and this is one of them because I just started going duster crazy and making a bunch of dusters. All right, perfect. I'm actually glad that I'm doing something with this jacket because I didn't want it just sitting around because I'm kind of waiting for for it to be colder weather so I can wear it somewhere. All right. Perfect. I'm like elbowing the mic. I have to concentrate on this or I keep on pricking myself with the pins. Perfect. Do you know what's funny? I'm on one side and I see that a place for pins on the other. Oh, right. You know, it's so funny. Some people, to them sewing is boring, but it's actually really zen for me, if that's your thing. And it makes me because you have to think about what you're doing, says the man who's about to make a mistake. Perfect. All right, I'm going to add some more pins for integrity in certain places. I see that they'll need it. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to start sewing. Let's pull that zipper down. Perfect. I'm just going to start sewing. Ah! As I'm already getting myself. Like I always say, let's start sewing and see what happens. Beautiful. I love my Golden Girl chair, but I think it's time to get an office chair again. Because I like being able to roll around this room and negotiate where I'm going. And those chairs are a tad smaller. All right. I should take a break. I have been sewing my face off for the past couple of days. But I've been cleaning, going through everything, and I'm trying to consolidate. I've been going through all my clothes. I've been going through all my sewing stuff. And I'm just cleaning out I even cleaned out this entire section of the sewing room. I'm trying to be a little bit more organized because I have all these supplies and I don't know where they are half the time. Can you put a roller chair base on that one? You know what the issue is? The space. This chair is just humongous. It's got a big backside. And it gets in the way. All right. So, but let's be real. I love this Golden Girls chair. If I was gonna do anything with it, I'm gonna put this in my living room. But it just doesn't fit the motif. All right. Okay. I can't believe I'm finally finishing that coat after all of this time. But that's the whole reason why I bought the zippers in the first place, was to finish all of these unfinished projects. Oh, right. And I love this pattern. This coat is something that I've been waiting all summer long to wear. So I'm actually really stoked that I'm doing something about it at this point. Beautiful. Throw that pin away. Do you know my Amazon pins? Some of my Amazon pins have not stood the test of time. And it's funny how these hokey Singer pins have in a really weird way. It's the strangest thing. Perfect. Okay. Beautiful. Perfect. That is in there. All right. Do you know what's so funny? Months ago, I was on my quest to put color into my wardrobe, and I have found there's certain colors I never wore that I absolutely love wearing, like yellow, purple, and red. I would have never worn red, and the real reason was because I watched way too many Snoop Dogg videos, and where I live, people just do not wear red. And you know what? I incorporated it into my style, and I love it. Okay. Perfect. Oh, right. Oh, obviously the bobbin's empty, or there's no. Oh, it's not the bobbin. It's the needle is not threaded. Oh, cell phone on my Dritz line does help. Okay, let's try that again. Still here, going to be listening. I had to drive for at least 3.5, 4 hours. We'll be listening. Yikes. I don't know if I'll be going that long tonight, but I am definitely here for you, Commander. I completely understand. Oh man, the sewing machine is like screaming, please defluff me. Please defluff me already. Perfect. All right, so let's finish this project out. I didn't like the original setting of that zipper anyway, so it gives me an opportunity to put it out a little bit more. Let me fix that on the fly. I'm actually glad that came out because I want the zipper to be able to get caught. There we go. Perfect. And I've learned if you mess around with zipper placement, it will not go back together. So I try to be semi-precise when it comes to zipper placement. All right, make sure my coat's not underneath. Perfect. Beautiful. Long drive, Commander. Stay safe. Absolutely. Do you know what's really funny lately? I think it's because I've been paying more attention. It just seems to me like there's more crazy people on the road. Oh, this is really coming together. Perfect. Absolute perfection. Do you know what the funny thing is? If I had never grabbed this, I wouldn't even have thought to add a zipper to this. But this has been in this room. I have not put this in the closet yet because I don't want to forget about this. Because every time I look at my old jackets, I'm like, how did I forget about this one or that one? And this is definitely something that I want to remember. All right, so I'm going to hit my stop cam real quick. We'll throw this on and see what it looks like. Perfect. I still see a few strings that need to be cut here and there. But with the zipper, I'm in love. Hold on, let me get the seal of approval for this one. I love how this came out. Do you know, I've been waiting months to finish this thing, and it's the simple addition of a zipper that completely changes this whole coat. So now my first Cab Calloway coat is complete. You know what? This makes me want to run in my closet and find 2 more coats to put zippers on. Oh, I'm in love. And this one, I was definitely going for the overcoat look, but with this zipper, it's over the top, and I love that look because I'm all about something I can put over a vest because I'm constantly wearing my vest. So I'm always looking for something to class up my Willie Nelson biker look. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sydney. Thank you so much. There was a girl named Minnie the Moocha. She was a low down hoochie coochie. I love Cab Calloway. I love Cab Calloway. Oh, it's a mess in here. I hear young Mr. Sewing screaming. He had a 30-day ban on the Oculus. I asked him one day, I was like, why are you so quiet? And he had to tell me the truth of why. Oh, today was a success. I made a ton of room for this room again. The sewing room is fully functioning again because I could move around in here. And it makes it easier for my pre-records when I do decide to start making pre-records again. You know what? I'm gonna start going back to a lot of my old projects and finish it now that I have more of a general idea of what I'm doing. And it's not like I didn't back then, but I was really over ambitious because I would start a project and not finish it. So it feels good to finish something like this because this looks good. I have a question for everybody. Okay. So I have a real Stetson. This is a real Stetson cowboy hat. Tell me what you think. I do not necessarily like the style, but people tell me they love this hat on me. But tell me what you think. There's something about fancy cowboy hats I don't necessarily like because I like cowboy hats that you can mess up and destroy. But let me switch my camera. Thank you, Alibaba. Thank you. And keep in mind, I do wear a black cowboy hat every day. Maybe this will grow on me. You know what? Maybe that Stetson will grow on me. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just an extremely lucky human to have the option to even wonder if a Stetson is something that'll fit or not. But I like the way it looks. Yeah, the Stetson is actually growing on me. But like I said, I don't like necessarily wearing fancy hats because I have a dirty job and I destroy things. Thank you, Dixie Doodle. Thank you. Thank you, Alibaba. Thank you. Hold on, I have to put that back on for Pam's. It looks good on you. Thank you so much. Howdy, cowboy. I think it's because I wear a black cowboy hat and it's huge on both sides. They get to look better with wear too. I think that's what it is that this, I've had this for a while, but I've never worn it because it's such a fancy cowboy hat. I don't want to destroy it. And when I wear hats, I wear them. One of those weird things. I was having a conversation last night and somebody was like, "Why don't you wear that hat? You look good." And I'm like, it's a self-conscious issue. Oh, well, I'm not gonna keep you guys much longer this evening. We got a lot done. We got a ton done this evening. I'll be back on Saturday. And I will be going full Elvis. I'm gonna be going back downtown. I have a ton of I made a list of things that I want to purchase downtown. Honestly, I am so stoked that I did something about this coat. I want to thank everybody in the chat. I want to thank Pam. This really worked out. They look better. I thank you so much, Alibaba. I needed to hear that. I'm glad my computer held out and didn't crash. Me too. I was like, where did Alibaba go? Where did Alibaba? You were missed. You were sincerely missed around here. Because I lean on your knowledge. I buy sewing machines and hold them up to you and be like, what is this? I have a vague idea. It's because they're not very specific on all sewing. Like when it comes to certain sewing machines, they're not the most specific when it comes to it. So we need someone like Alibaba around. Yes, we did miss you. We did. But I will be back at it on I'll be back at it on Saturday. I'm gonna have a ton more stuff. I want to thank everybody who's made it this far. No, seriously, Ollie, we missed you. You are Professor Alibaba around here. I'll be back at it on Saturday for sure. I'm working on a video right now. I'm working on a few shorts. I'm posting my face off. So to all my new subscribers, I sincerely thank you and I appreciate every single person, because you guys are what makes the Godless Sewing channel what it is. So I will continue on my sewing mayhem and I'll be back at it on Saturday. I want to thank everybody who's made it this far and anyone watching it and watching this in the future. I thank you. I'm in my Cab Calloway era. I hope everyone has a great night. I'll be back at it soon. So until next time, I'll see you on Saturday. But until then, I hope everyone has a great evening. And I will definitely see you next time. Thank you so much.